Alright, what's going on, y'all? Let's talk about just getting started in life. Whatever it is, you gotta just get started. Whatever you're trying to improve in your life right now, whether it's your social skills or, your fitness, your business, whatever it is, whether you're trying to get more skills for your professional life, your career, whatever it is, just get started. Because so many people are just thinking about stuff. They're thinking, oh, what should I do? Should I do this? Should I do that? Is this the right move? Is this, there's too much thinking going on. And, it's not that thinking is a bad thing, but it's just overrated. Because action is really what moves you forward. You're not gonna find the perfect thing to do, because truth is, the perfect thing doesn't really exist. You just gotta stack together a bunch of imperfect actions, and that's gonna lead over time to a pretty nice result. But there's no one perfect thing that you're gonna do that's gonna move you forward so far in life. Obviously there's certain decisions that are gonna change the trajectory of your life, but it's never any one thing that you do. Even if you make the one decision to go to university and you pick the perfect major, you still have to go to all your classes, you still have to put in the work every day, you still have to do things bit by bit. And people get so stuck in the analysis of things that they never really start. Here's the thing, once you get the ball rolling, you're gonna find it easier to keep going. You're gonna find it easier to keep doing the things you need to do. And sorry, there's a weird license plate in front of me. But, once you get the ball rolling, you're going to find it way easier to keep doing what you need to do. And just, keep showing up, making it a habit. But it all comes from the first few steps. The first step is the hardest, and you've just got to do it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. The purpose of the first step is to just get you started. Because once you've taken that first step, once you're in motion, you're going to keep moving. You're going to keep being in motion. It's like Newton's, what is it? I guess it's the first law, Newton's first law, that an object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an external force. Obviously, that's a physics thing, but it applies to your momentum in life. It applies to everything you do in life. Whether you're, going to the gym, whether, you're trying to build a consistent gym habit, whether you're trying to build the habit of talking to more people in public, talking to strangers, approaching girls, or, whether you're trying to study, at a specific time every day. All you have to do is get started, and then it just becomes easier and easier over time, because that just becomes what you do. That becomes, the normal. It becomes the routine, the habit. And it all comes from the first thing that you do. So, let's say you haven't been to the gym in God knows how long. Say you haven't been in 6 months, you want to start going again. You don't need to go and hit the perfect workout right on the first go. All you need to do is build the habit of showing up. So, a few months ago I had fallen off from the gym. I went to visit my parents in a different country, and I didn't have access to a gym while I was there, and so I got out of the habit of going to the gym. And then when I came back, I just didn't get right back to it. I kept I kept not going to the gym when I got back. Obviously, I wasn't very happy about that, but when it came time to start going again, to, restart the habit and the cycle of going to the gym, I knew that I was out of the habit of doing that. So I wasn't gonna try and go hit like a full body workout, all sets for all body parts, whatever it is. I wasn't gonna try and go too crazy on the first go. So you know what I did? The only requirement I set for myself the first time back in the gym was I just have to show up and walk on the treadmill for 15-20 minutes. Even I think in my head I gave myself 10 minutes, but if I do 20, that's pretty good as well. And that's all I had to do. I didn't even give myself like the requirement of, okay, I'm gonna do a set of like squats or a set of bench press, a set of deadlifts. I didn't give myself that requirement because I wanted to make it easy for myself to go again. Because I'd been thinking about this for, a couple days before I actually went. And this might be the situation you're finding yourself in where you're thinking, I have to do this. I have to lock in. I have to start going to the gym more. Got to start, building more skills. Got to start posting to social media, whatever it is. The most important part is just getting started. And the first, 1 to 3 times that you're doing it again after a long period of not having done it or never having done it in your life, the first 3 reps are just going to be kind of bullshit. They don't have to be good. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to really, they don't have to even like make progress that much. Because the real progress you're making is just showing up and making it a habit of just showing up. So just get the ball rolling, just get started, bro. Everything will become easier after that. When this was like 10 days ago now, I started posting on YouTube again. I knew that my first few videos were not going to be the best quality, and I wasn't going to get a whole bunch of views because I had fallen off for quite a long time. So I knew it, the first few videos weren't going to really have any substantial results, but it's about getting started. It's about posting that first video. It's about just getting the ball rolling, getting that momentum, getting the habits going, so that, now I'm just in the habit of filming every day. Now I'm starting to get to the point where I can produce kind of decent videos, and I have a better flow. I have a better, I'm talking better to the camera. And over time, the quality improves. But you need to start with just getting that first rep. Getting that first rep because it's going to get you the quantity that you need. Quality comes later, but you need to put in the reps. You need to get the quantity. And it all starts with the first step that you take. So if you've been procrastinating, something that you need to do, something you need to do consistently, and you just haven't been doing it out of habit because you didn't do it today because you haven't done it for the past 100 days, just get started. Just do the minimum amount that satisfies the requirement of you showing up, right? So if it's going to the gym, just literally put your shoes on, show up to the gym, do one exercise, do like one set, or go on the treadmill for 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but then you will have gone to the gym, and that's going to do something in your head. You will have gone to the gym. It's going to make it much easier the next time you have to go to the gym. So just focus on the habit of showing up and doing what you need to do. And then that will become your new normal. And then you can focus on actually getting results, on, getting something out of your workout. If you know you need to start, working on something in your business for, 2 to 6 hours a day at least, but you haven't been, if there's like even a business that you've been thinking about starting but you haven't started, just start. Just like take the first step, build the website, build the page, make your first post online. Just show up in the smallest possible way that you can today, right now. This video is going to end soon. As soon as it ends, don't start another video. Just go and do the smallest possible thing to satisfy the requirement of showing up in that one thing that you know you need to do, that you've been procrastinating, but you know you need to get that done. So whether it's going to the gym, just put your shoes on and show up and just do something for 10 minutes and then you're good to leave. Or if you've been wanting to talk to more people, just go outside and say hello to the first person you meet. That gets the ball rolling. And it'll be easier tomorrow. Maybe you can talk a little more tomorrow. If you need to get started on business activities, just take the tiniest little step you can. Just get started, get the ball rolling, and it'll make everything easier in the future. Obviously, you got to do this every day. You got to keep it going. But that first step is the hardest. So just make it really small. Make it as easy as possible. Because it's not about getting your results out of that first step. It's about getting the ball rolling so that you can actually put in all the steps you need to get the results down the road. So the time's going to pass anyways. The time is going to pass anyways. So you might as well get started now. Why wait? Why let more time pass when you're not doing what you need to do every day? Just start, just get the habit going, get the ball rolling, and you will see the results. It's going to be way easier next time that you need to put in that daily action. So, I hope this has been helpful for you guys. Please, when I end the video, when this video ends, do not go watch another video. Just put your phone down and go do the tiniest little amount of the thing that you know you need to do that you've been procrastinating for weeks, months, or even years. Just put your phone down and go do that. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.